Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Tom here, T&BH Gaming. Today guys, we're in Railroads Online because we have the tutorial and wiki update that just came out yesterday or early this morning. I think it came out today, the 13th. Yep. So it just came out today, and so you can see the screen, guys. There's an extra added option here. You had play options, community, and quit. Now we have tutorials, because as they promised they was going to have tutorials. But before we get into that, guys, let's take a look at, let me bring this over here. Let's take a look at the update. So here we have Railroads Online, now available, the tutorial and wiki update. Dear community, hello and welcome to another Railroads Online update. In the patch notes you will find an in-game wiki, tutorial, new industry, and a few other changes we have made. So the wiki, you'll see the wiki tutorial and a few other updates. To celebrate the update, Railroads Online will be completely free to play from November 16th, 10 a.m. Pacific to November 20th, 10 a.m. Pacific. In addition, the game will be discounted for everyone who wants to join us aboard. Join us on board. Okay. Create your very own world and meet up with other railroaders in a multi-session for up to 16 players. So here's the patch notes, guys. We'll go over. What does this? Do you have some friends who are ready the valley? You should definitely make sure they're aware of the free weekend and ready for fun time. Okay, so this, guys, make sure you, if you don't have this game, this is the time that if you want to check it out and see if you maybe think it's worth buying. I think it is. I think it's a great game. But you know, check it out for yourself, and you can do that between the 16th and the 20th. And so let's go with the patch notes, guys. So new content and adjustments. So they added an in-game wiki. And we'll go over that in a few minutes. I'll go back in, I'm gonna go into the game here in a minute and show you the wiki and stuff. Pressing H, the help menu. We always had the help menu, but now it's a wiki, and it's pretty cool. I kind of played with it a little bit just a little while ago, but the wiki has information on everything Railroads has to offer. The wiki will be updated whenever we add new things to the game. Okay, so. And they added an in-game tutorial, and we'll look at that here in a few minutes. It can be accessed from the main menu, guides players on how to play the game, intended for new and returning players. And I looked at it and I messed around with a couple of tutorials, and they're pretty good. It teaches you how to do certain things just to get started in the game. So, and they added a new industry, the wheat farm. This is a placeable industry. You can get started by picking up seed bags at the freight depot. So you get the seed bags from the freight depot, and I believe they're free. So you get them from the freight depot and they're free, and you take them to the wheat farm. And then the farm outputs straw bales and grain. And the rest of the chain will be added in December. So they're going to add more of the chain of this industry in December. So we've got to keep a lookout for that. So that means there's another update coming out in December, pretty close, guys. So and they added an in-game clock and date. So they has a clock and the date. And yeah, you can see that by pressing P. So we press P to go and see how much money you have and stuff. The clock and the date will be in there. Clock speed is bound by the player's day cycles. So one thing I wanted to talk about, and I'll show you guys here in a few minutes. is about the day-night cycle. Increased speeds for the Montezuma and the Eureka. So the Montezuma now reaches 22 miles an hour and the Eureka now reaches 30 miles an hour. More local speed increases will come later on, and fuel type changes. And then they adjusted the gameplay menu, so made it better to understand, added dynamic weather, and weather settings are now saved after a game load and after closing the gameplay menu. Added a requested setting, mouse sensitivity, can be found under controls menu under camera sensitivity. So that's good, so you can control how fast the mouse moves, so you're not whipping around. That always bothered me, the way when you turn the camera to look like from the front of the train to the back of the train, it whips really fast, and always bothered me that when you're watching a video and somebody does that, it kind of, I don't know, just takes you by surprise or like makes you dizzy. On the first save load after the update, improved game load up times. So on the first save load after the update, it will be slow. Once you save the game, the new changes will be applied, so when you load again, you will load much faster. Save loads in about 8 seconds. Well, that's cool. If you stare at the sun, added better lighting. So if you stare at the sun, we do not recommend this. You will see lens flares. So it feels like a lens flare when you're staring at the sun. Starter locomotive Montezuma now has a headlight. Note, this is only applied to the new Lake Valley saves. So the Montezuma gets a headlight, but it's only in the Lake Valley saves, guys. Added the ability to delete saves while in a game. Alright, so note, this can be done from the game menu only while you are in a save. And then, of course, we had some bug fixes, so they fixed the items duplication issue, so that's good. So I'm assuming that means that the issue we had where every time you went to an industry and you dropped off, like, for example, 6 logs into the log pond, it would show up as that you dropped 12 logs, even though it only paid you for 6. It would show up that you dropped 12, so that's good. I'm glad they fixed that. Spawn area water towers and telegraph office can be deleted. They do not come back after save load. So you can delete the water tower and the telegraph office from the spawn area, but if you do that and then save the load and then save it, they won't come back. So keep that in mind, guys. Excuse me. 10-mile sander control is now the correct way. In multiplayer, locomotives will not lose their bells or whistle cords. Stub switch is now symmetrical. Rails now line up properly on both branches of the switch. And the client draw distance setting is now fixed. Still does not save after menu is closed and reopened. And then it's a pretty short list this time around. However, the next update in December is just around the corner. Keep an eye out for that. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we can't wait to see what kinds of builds you guys make with the wheat farm. Thank you, Railroads Online team. So there you go. 40% off, guys. If you buy it now, it's 40% off. That's pretty cool. So that's the update page. I encourage you guys, if you want to go watch this devlog video, explain a lot more about it. So let's get rid of this. You guys can see all the games I had. That's just, I mean, there's a ton of them. But we'll get rid of this and go back to here. So let's, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and first off jump into this tutorial. So here's your tutorials. Okay, so you have you learn how to supply your locomotive and make it operational from a cold start. So, like I said, I've played through a little bit of this. They teach you how to, excuse me guys, they teach you how to put water in them, how to put coal in them. You know, how to put water in all of in like a Betsy, which is over the tank, and then like into the and how to put water into a tender, and then how to put coal into a tender, and how to put wood into a tender. So they just teach you how to get it ready from a cold start. This one I did, guys, one part of the video. It tells you to go look at the water level of the Betsy, and I looked at it, and it didn't do anything from there on. It didn't progress the tutorial. I don't know, maybe if I wasn't close enough to it, or I mean, have to stand over top of it. I don't know, but so I just got out of it. And then this tutorial teaches you how to drive the locomotive, of course, in first person and by using the control menu. And then tutorial number 3, you learn how to re-rail and couple rolling stock locomotives and wagons. And then tutorial number 4 is tutorial you will learn how to purchase new rolling stock for your railroad and how to load and deliver freight. And number 5 is, in this tutorial you will learn how to remove vegetation and lay railroad track. And then number 6, this tutorial you'll learn how to open cranes, chutes, facilities, and other interactable objects. So there's the tutorials, guys. If you've never played the game, and even if you have, it might be advantageous to go through the tutorials, and maybe you'll learn something new. And we can all learn something new every day, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this, and I'm going to load this up, guys, and I will be right back as soon as it's done loading. Alrighty, guys, here we are back. We're in the game. I just loaded up and started a new Lake Valley map, and as you can see, you get to choose the starter locomotive, either the Betsy, the Montezuma, or the Shea. We'll just go ahead and take the Montezuma here. So as you can see, so I'm not gonna save this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys. Well, I'll show you with this. So they said you could delete it, so let's go to all, and boom, there it goes. Yep, there it goes. So you can delete it. And here's the freight depot, and as they say, guys, here's the crane for loading seeds. So you get your seed from here, and boom, drops it away. So cool. So I wonder if they have seed on the other end of this thing too. No, just that one end. So there's your seed, guys. Let's take a look at the wiki. That's what I wanted to look at. Okay, here's the wiki, guys. So you got the introduction, and hello, welcome to Railroads Online Wiki Guide. Below you will find many tools to help you on your adventure on the railroad. This guide can be used in both new and old players. We provide historical tidbits about some of the locomotives and rolling stock that appear in the game. To get started, all you have to do is either scroll down or go ahead and use the table of contents and click on the links, and you will be sent to the appropriate pages. We hope you enjoy the guide, and we have created this guide will always be updated to cater to new content and new features that may be added to the game. Happy railroading, your Railroads Online team. So says scroll down, but I'm scrolling and I don't see anything, guys. So here is a page of definitions. So definitions on some of the stuff that's in the air brakes, air pump compressor, American type locomotives, um, Baldwin locomotives, the bell, the cab, the firebox. Just some definitions of things that are in the game that might be useful to you guys. So then if you click on that, and then we're going to click on locomotives. So here's all the locomotives, guys. This is the Fairbanks hand car. And then you see it gives you a wheel arrangement, which this one doesn't give you. It's just the four wheels. The brakes, these are friction brakes. It's 3-foot narrow gauge. Tractive efforts 498. Top speed is 25 kilometers per hour. Boiler pressure is 0. Fuel type 0. Weight is 9,997 kilograms. Marker numbers. Yes, it has marker numbers. Locomotive name. Yes, it has a locomotive name. No tender. No smokestack. No headlight. One paint option. But that's the hand car. And then you have the Porter Betsy, which is the 8-ton. And then you have the Porter 2, which is the 9-ton. And of course, the Montezuma. And here, guys, like this gives you the wheel arrangement and stuff like that. So the wheel arrangement is 240, 2 leading, 4 drive, and 0 trailers. Because the engine, this is not the trailing wheels. It has no trailing wheels because it's just the engine. This is the tender. They don't count the tender wheels when they're counting the wheel arrangement. It's just the 2 trailing or 2 leading wheels, and then the 4 drive wheels. The brakes are water. I did not know that the brakes were water. 3-foot narrow gauge, and then 16,000 pounds of tractive effort. Boiler pressure is 827 kPa. Fuel type is wood. There's the weight of the engine. And then marker numbers. It has 2 paint options, 2 headlight options, and 3 smokestack options. So, and then it gives you a little bit of history on it, guys. The Montezuma was one of a class of 4 Baldwin 8.5 C3 240 locomotives built for the Denver Rio Grande in 1871. The Montezuma was the first locomotive built for the Rio Grande, and as such was numbered 1. However, her sister Cortez Ute and Del Norte arrived after a series of more powerful 260 locomotives, claiming the numbers 4, 6, and 7. The little engines quickly were unfit for the task the Rio Grande required due to their small stature and low power. Despite their speed, and by 1888 they had been either scrapped or sent off to other railroads. The last reported sighting of this type of locomotive was in 1915, supposedly at the Leadville smelter. No locomotives of this type survive in preservation. Oh wow, so there's not any of those left anywhere. That's disheartening. Sure would like to see one of those up close and impersonal. But of course the base price is $2,500 and it's a tier 1 locomotive. So you can go through all these guys. Here's the Shea, the Mason Bridge or Mason Bogie, which is also referred to as the 10 mile. The Baldwin. I think that's the Eureka. And then the 18D2, 1022E, that's the Mosca. I believe that one was the Eureka. That's the Glenbrook. That's the Mosca. And of course, the 622D. And then you got your DSP engines, which stands for Denver, South Park, and Pacific. Two of them in the game. And then there's another, the Baldwin 1022E, which is a Ruby Basin. And then you have your Heisler. And then your Class 70. And then the what was the nickname for this one? The Etsy, I think it was. It's East Tennessee and Western North Carolina Railroad. So, and then you have your Lima. So that's your locomotives, guys. And like I said, each one of them gives you a little history of the locomotive, which I think is cool. And then you have your cars. They're the same way. You have your Gregg Sugarcane flat car. And these, according to this car is specifically modeled off the Gregg Sugarcane cars used in Hawaii across various 3-foot narrow gauge railroads in Hawaii, Cuba, and South America. In Railroads Online, this car carries boxes of tools. In one, it would, if one would choose to run with a smaller locomotives, these car scales well with the Tier 1 locomotives. These car scales well with the Tier 1, okay, work well, I'm assuming it should say, but though they can be coupled to any locomotive car. And then I like down here, guys, so this is the in-game wiki, so you can come here while you're in-game and see. It carries 6 tools and 6 seed pallets. Then here you have the log car, which carries 5 logs or 7 steel pipes. These are all the Gregg Sugarcane. So, and here you have the stake flat, which carries 4 rails, 3 raw iron, and 3 beams. And like I said, I'll give you a little history of it, and also, you know, tells you what kind of brakes it used, the gauge, the weight. This here is very important, guys, the weight, because most of these cars, if you've seen, I forget which video it was in, I'll try to find it, guys, and if I can, I'll leave a link in the description. But I did a video on this where I talked about the weight of these cars and how you can carry 2, sometimes 3 of these cars and get more product than one big car at less weight. So, for example, this one carries 2 cordwood, right? So the big cordwood car carries 8, right? So, and I think that's a bad example because I think the cordwood car was one that actually didn't work out to your advantage. But I know this one did. So, so you carry 3 beams. You carry 3 beams at 1050 kilograms is the weight of the car. So the weight of the big car that carries these beams, big stake flat car, is almost 4 times the weight of this one, right? And it only carries 8. Well, not even 8. It carries 3, right? So it's 3, maybe 4 times. So it carries 3. So you could carry 3 of these cars and be carrying 9 beams to 1 of the big stake flat cars that carries 3 beams. So you're getting twice as many or 3 times as many beams at less weight. And guys, that's great for these, especially in this map of Lake Valley, because some of these industries in Lake Valley, where they're placed, well, where their preset industries are placed. I moved some of mine around, but where the preset industries are placed, some of these industries are like pretty high up. So, and I've seen some YouTubers videos where they're doing 4 and 5 and 6 and even 10% grades to get to these industries. So that would work exceptionally well if you were trying to carry, you know, up a really steep grade. Because like I say, you could carry just as many 3 on this as 3 on the big one. So you could carry just as many beams at 3 times less weight. So, you know, I think the let's find the big stake car. There it is. So there you go, $39.90. So almost over double, almost 3 times the weight. So you could carry 3 at $39.90, and you carry 1 of them. So you're carrying just as many beams, and you're doing it at less weight. So you're not really pulling that much weight up these steep grades. So, but yeah, and I believe this is the only one that didn't work out to your advantage. Because it only carries 2 cordwood, where the big car carries 8. So in order for you to get 8, you'd have to have 4 of these cars, and 4 of these cars would equal what? 44, 46, and this one's 40. So you see it's 600 kilograms more to carry 8 with the small ones than it would to carry 8 with the big ones. This is the only one that works out that way. All the rest of them, you carry more if you use the smaller cars at less weight. So, and here's, guys, this is Denver South Park and Pacific passenger car. I haven't yet to have one of these on my railroad. I haven't, because I haven't even built a town yet. I'm still trying to connect industries for the Lake Valley map. So stay tuned to my channel. Hit that notification bell, guys, so you can see when I put out a new video. And soon we'll be getting we'll start laying out towns so we can start using this passenger car. I've got some good ideas on how I want to do that. And here's I don't know if I can't remember if it's called the TT or. Let's go in here, because I think I know it's in here. No, it's not. Well, I'm trying to remember what they called this thing. What they called this. What they called that. But that's the same thing. Here's the hopper from that. That's the engine that goes with this hopper, which was the East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. So, the Tweetsy, that's what it's called, the Tweetsy. To the Tweetsy 280. So, but yeah, this is the hopper that goes with that. The only thing I didn't like about this, guys, is oh, they changed it. No, they didn't. Okay, so this goes with the Tweetsy. This was the original, or this is the new one that they put in the game, which I didn't like about this, guys. It's the East Broad Top. It only carries 8 iron ore and 10 coal, where the other one carries 10 and 10. So, and then you have the tankers, and this is the same. This tanker's the original tanker. It carries 12, and then the coffin tank car. It only carries 8. Um, and this car was built for Nevada, California, Oregon Railway. Uh, and the car is preserved today at the Sumter Valley Railway. Used as an auxiliary tender for the 2-truck Heisler. And then of course you have the box car, and then the cattle car. This is actually a stock car, cattle car, for the Carson, Colorado. Used as a stock car for years before the Southern Pacific bought up many of the 3-foot narrow gauge railroads in the area. These cars were immensely successful in carrying cows, but when no cows were around to be carried, these cars could double as regular box cars, expanding their usefulness. And then you got the bobber caboose and the way car, and of course the snowplow. So that's your cars, guys. And then you have your facilities, so the water tower, the sand tower, the engine sheds. And I believe this is a new water tower. I don't know if this just came out in this episode, but I don't remember seeing this. This is the first time I've seen this tower. So maybe it came out in an episode or an update just before the few just before this one. Then I just didn't notice it, because I don't really place water towers immediately, because you don't really need them immediately. You go a long time before you run out of water in one of these trains. So I haven't been placing these immediately, so I didn't notice this. So I'm not sure if this is just hit with this update, or if it was 1 or 2 before this one. And then you got, of course, you got the sand house and the 2 engine sheds, and then the coal tower, and you got your firewood facility, and then your little wood rick, and then of course your telegraph office. And then you have your industries, guys. So then you got, of course, you got the log camp, sawmill, iron mine, smelter, coal mine, ironworks, oil field, refinery, freight depot, and the new wheat farm. And that barn, you can actually go inside that barn. It's pretty cool. I'll show you in just a minute. I'm going to place one, and we're going to look around it and see what it looks like. And then you have rail types. So you got your 3-foot rail, short ballast, medium ballast, high ballast, and no ballast. Then you got your bridges, and then just your ballast, and then your switch types. You got your regular switches, and then the 3-way. Excuse me, guys. And then you got all your freights. Here's your chutes. This is for your to load like the hopper cars, and then you have cranes to load your flat cars and stuff, and then you have spouts for like your water towers and stuff. Ramps. This is for like your oil barrels, and then you have the cranes for the logs and your lumber. So here's your cargo, guys. So lumber is worth $12 a piece. For specific car loads, see the cars section as they display the detail about what loads they can handle. And then you have your cordwoods. They're $10. And then your beams are $12. And then your iron ore, I believe, iron ore's gotten up to $14. It used to be 10. Wow. So it's gotten up to $14. Okay. Your raw iron is 18. Your rails are 18. Your coal is 15. They've changed the prices on these since the last time I looked at this. Your steel is 20. Your tools are 20. Your crude oil is 16. Your oil wells are 40. And the seed pallets, so this is where I saw that. You can load seed pallets at the freight depot. They are needed at the wheat farm to produce grain and straw. They are the starter item for the farm industry and can be picked up at the freight depot for free. So they are free at the freight depot. Seed pallets can be transported on the D and RG Burnham shop car shops box car. So you can put them on that little Greg Sugarcane flat car, or you can put them in a box car. And what's weird, I think the grain goes in a box car too, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, so you got straw bales. They can go in. They go in on the bulk flat car, like the cordwood car, and they're $5 each. And then you got your grain, which is sold at $10 per ton, and it goes into the box car too. Um, I actually think that should be put in a hopper car, but hey, maybe they'll change that later on. But to me, it seems it should go in a hopper car. Of course, and then you got your menus. You got your construction menu, your locomotive purchase menu, the player statistics menu, and this is where I have that new clock that they were talking about. The in-game clock will be in this menu, and then your driving menu, and your track laying menu, and then the logging menu. That's for cutting down trees and stuff, and then re-railing menu. So that's your wiki, guys. It looked pretty good, and this is what I wanted to discuss. So it's dark now, right? So I like to keep my game when I'm doing recording, so it's always on daylight. You used to be able to turn that off so that it wouldn't, once you set the time, it wouldn't move. It would stay that time. Now they've taken that away. You can't turn it off anymore. What you can do is set the time. So that's 2 o'clock in the morning. So you set it about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then change your daylight length from 7.5 to 60. So if you do that, then you're going to have an hour of daylight, 7.5 minutes of darkness, and an hour of daylight in real life. So if I'm recording, I'm going to set this to as long as I possibly can. So if your videos are more than an hour and you want it to always be daylight while you're recording, then you need to set this for more than an hour, maybe 120 minutes or 360 minutes or something like that. Live streams, if you want it to be always daylight when you're live streaming, some of these guys go live stream for 4, 5, 6 hours. So you would have to adjust that to compensate so it's always daylight, or you'd have to go in there and keep changing it back to daylight when it turned dark. So, because like I said, you can't turn this off no more. But they did add dynamic weather, so you can customize your weather, have it change every 15, 30, 45, or 60 minutes. You can turn the weather on and off. Or you can have custom weather where you decide what weather it is. So right now I got it in clear skies. So, and then you can change your vehicle view distance, guys. So you can 250, 500. This sets the vehicle view distance for clients. So it just shows you're able how many what the view distance is for people who are playing with you in your multiplayer games. That's what that is. So, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, guys. So, if you definitely set that for 60 minutes, then we go back. Here's the controls. They haven't changed any that I can tell, except I changed mine. So like the inner vehicle is F when you first start the game. I changed mine. I use my the side mouse button on my mouse to control that, and I also use the other mouse button, side mouse button, to control the unload and cargo, so I don't have to keep hitting the keyboard. I try to put as many of these controls on my mouse as possible. So what was in gameplay? I think that was it that I wanted to go over in the gameplay. So, but yeah, I definitely wanted to go over that time, guys. So let's take a look and see about So now it's daytime, and it'll stay daytime for an hour. Yeah, in real life hour. So, yeah, there's your clock. See, guys, it's spring of year one. And you see that's moving pretty fast. Tuesday, 8:27, and that thing's flying along. It's flying along like that because I have the time set for 60 minutes. So let's look at that. Make sure I had that right, because that just don't seem like it should be. So I had day length 60, night length 7.5, and that's in minutes. So okay, so that should be 60 minutes before we have any more daylight. But there's your time. So yeah, it's taking a little bit more than a second to switch the seconds on that. So my days will last a lot longer. So let's go, guys. I wanted to show you. Okay, I didn't see anything in the facilities except that. Like I said, that looks new to me. I don't remember seeing this before. So it definitely looks new to me. I'm gonna place it there. Take a look at it. So it looks new. I don't ever remember seeing this thing before, but well, there you go. No, can you go up the ladder? Yep. All the way up to the top. Yay! Ah, boosh. All right, so you guys can let me know in the comments if that was here before or not. Like I said, if it has come out, it's been just recently in the last couple of episodes or updates, because I don't remember seeing it. Okay, I want to spin this around. The seed side is on the back there where the water is, where you drop all the seed pallets. I'm going to put this side close to the freight depot. I'll quit moving along now. Quit moving so I can line this up. And I like that now that you can move that just a little bit. I look like it might be close to being right, so we'll drop it right there. So this, guys, here's you line up your cars there with that thing, and it'll shoot bales of hay up through here and then down onto the car. And I don't understand why those are round and these are square. So those should be square too, but it is what it is, guys. But so that's your where you load your hay bales, and here is where we load our grain. This is the grain silo. It'd be nice if you could drive the train through there to load it, but I guess you just pull up to the dock to load it, guys. I guess you just pull up to the dock here and press the load, and it loads grain. Yeah. Maybe later on they'll put a oh no, there it is, right there. Okay, there's your grain coming out of the grain silo, even though there's nothing in it. So cool. Okay, that's where you load your grain silo. And then, like I said, guys, you can actually walk in this barn. Here's some seed pallets. You can walk in this barn, look around. Nice barn. Something that surprised me, guys. You can actually go up these ladders. But when you get to here, it won't let you go up any further, so you gotta kind of hit the space bar a couple times, and then you can get up on the deck here and walk. Be careful, walk across the beam. But, oh wow, there's a chicken over there. That's cool. Wish you could get up in there. Well, they're great. They're square, so that's good. And then, of course, here's where you drop off your seed pallets, and you can have up to 100 of them in there. So, yeah, guys, this will probably be the first thing I do when I go back to the playthrough. So, yeah, guys, like I said, hit that notification bell so you see when I release the next video, because it will be very soon after this video comes out. As a matter of fact, I will start uploading this video, and then immediately after the upload of this video, I will start playing and recording the game playthrough, my Lake Valley playthrough. So, and first thing I'm going to do is set this industry. I got to decide where I'm going to set it though. So if you sign up for notifications, you'll see when I release a video, guys, and you'll see when I may even, you know what, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe doing a live stream to set this, but I don't know if I'll have time to do a really long live stream today. So I may just do a recorded video, but I'm going to set this industry on the very next video I put out from my playthroughs, guys. So hit that notification bell, guys, so you can see when I upload that video. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. It's free, helps out the video a lot. But I believe that's it, guys. I'm trying to think. I don't think there was anything else we needed to go over. I like this new industry, and as they said in the update notes that you can look at on Steam, that there's the chain for this. The rest of the chain for this industry should be in the next December update, so we're going to keep a lookout for that. And I'm kind of wondering what the next chain is going to be in the link for this industry. Wheat, guys, could be anything. Could be a bakery. The straw could be for animals. Could go either way, guys. So we'll just have to keep a lookout. And maybe if they did the wheat and it ended up being a bakery or something like that, and the bakery can deliver to a town, and then that's how you start your towns. Get people making towns, because then they can deliver bread to the general store in the town. So like I said, guys, thanks for watching. I wanted to get this out there because, like I said, it just hit today. So I wanted to get a video out and show you guys what was going on and what was happening. And like I said, I won't save this one, so my other water tower and the telegraph office will come back, because once you delete them, if you save it, they don't come back. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. Remember, love each other, take care of each other. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. See you guys.